talk about maximizing.
CEO producers say that. First, CEO producers.
Oh, yeah. Gang, what's up? EhrenEmm here. Canadian Looney. Should be a pretty fun one. We've got Melanie Joly, and she's zipping along, guys, dancing, doing the Macarena, telling people to chill out. She is such a gong show, man. It's pretty funny. Let's get into this video, though. See old Melanie Joly. How is she making
Hi, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to react on the steel and aluminum tariffs and the decision by the White House yesterday night. You've heard the Prime Minister. These tariffs are completely unacceptable. They're unjustified, they're unlawful, and we'll make sure that we fight against them. Meanwhile, I've been in close contact with lots of CEOs, at least 10 of them, from the steel and aluminum sectors yesterday night and this morning, and also with major labor organizations from Unifor to steelworkers or la FTQ. We know that people are anxious. And we know that lots of communities are impacted by these tariffs. That's why what we're doing right now is we'll continue to fight against them. We'll make sure also that we continue to negotiate with the Americans a security and trade partnership. The Prime Minister had alluded to that earlier today. And at the same time, Dominic LeBlanc, the Minister of the U.S.-Canada Trade, was in Washington yesterday. And finally, we know that meanwhile, what we need to do here in Canada is we need to build. We need to create jobs in the country. We need to make sure that ultimately we create a very strong domestic market and we create jobs. And that's what we'll do. We'll make sure to do that through major projects, major infrastructure projects, and we will do that also investing in our defense sector, creating jobs here at home that, of course, will have an impact on the steel and aluminum workers. I will be taking your questions, but before, allow me to say this in French. So, there's lots of noise here in Parliament, lots of action. Okay.
What about the idea of?
David.
And by the way, it was Minister Champagne making all that noise.
You said it. I didn't say it.
What about
I recognize the voice.
The concept of dollar for dollar retaliatory tariffs? At one point in the campaign, the leader, Mark Carney, was talking about that. Why not dollar for dollar tariffs today?
So I don't know if it was you or somebody else asked him already the question. It is an important question. We have had really strong counter tariffs against the Americans already. With China and now newly Mexico, we've imposed important counter tariffs. We will make sure that we impose maximum pain to the U.S. while having minimum pain, minimum impact to Canadians. We are looking at different scenarios right now, and we will take a decision, but we need a bit more time right now, not too long. But of course, what is fundamental is we need to make sure that in everything we do, we're able to get to the best deal with the Americans, but at the same time that we're able to create and protect jobs here in the country.
Talk about maximizing.
CEO producers say that. First, CEO producers say that fast-tracking infrastructure projects is a medium-term fix, not a short-term one, and we need something done immediately. They suggested
that's a very good question.
Hiking tariffs on China as a result and other unfair traders.
No, that's a very good question. Why? Because that's exactly what lots of CEOs have said, because obviously lots of companies will have to decide what they do in their coming weeks. Tomorrow is Steel Day on the Hill. I will be meeting with the heads of many steel organizations here in the country. Yesterday, the Prime Minister and I had a meeting with the global CEO of ArcelorMittal, who owns the ArcelorMittal Dofasco steel in Hamilton, and also the Contrecoeur plant in Quebec. These were exactly the conversations. How can we make sure that we protect jobs? How we make sure that we protect investments? And how can we be in solution mode at the government level? So I'm willing to have these conversations with these decision makers, because we need to make sure to be there as a government to ultimately protect the jobs.
We learned that Premier Ford is undermining the Prime Minister right now. He was on American TV saying that he's demanded retaliatory tariffs to the Prime Minister. He's talking to reporters saying that the Prime Minister is being steamrolled by Trump.
So if my colleague Dominique Leblanc was answering you this question, he would say we're all in Team Canada. And of course, that's what we'll do. But the other thing is it's fundamental that we fight against these tariffs. We've said it from day one, and we'll continue to do so. This was also an important question during the elections. Canadians gave us the mandate to negotiate with the Americans, but at the same time to make sure that we would build the strongest economy of the G7, and that's exactly what we'll do.
You see some of the revenues from the tariffs.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. She's the boss. Yeah. Have a good
Earlier that afternoon in the House of Commons, this is Melanie Joly dancing up a storm.
The Prime Minister has gone soft. What was the entire Liberal campaign based on? Just theatre?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
The members' riding are extremely important, and I look forward to working with him to make sure that they're saved and protected. And we should all be working together as people across the country are looking at this government and these politicians, because this trade war that was launched against Canada is existential, and it is putting livelihoods of thousands of Canadians at risk. So that's why we have a plan. We will fight, we will protect, and we will build, Mr. Speaker.
WTF. Here, here.
All of us go to Florida. We don't.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go to Florida, gang. Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics. Oh yeah. All right, gang, to wrap this one up, we're going to take a stroll down memory lane. This is some crazy footage from back when Andrew Scheer was the official leader of the Conservative Party. And Melanie Joly seems to be in love with herself. Like, she looks so young. It's only a couple of years went by, man, I guess. Be careful, it'll get you in trouble. It does that to a person. It's fun to see all the familiar faces looking so much younger. Politics must age you really, really quickly. Let's take a look. It's great. Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, the Liberal chair of the Heritage Committee was awfully concerned that nobody was regulating the content of the internet. As we speak, there's just a whole lot of internet going on out there with the emails and the Google and the kids twittering. Now, she's worried that, and I quote, anyone can publish anything. You know, when Al Gore invented the internet, he did it in a way that protected free speech. We know that the Prime Minister has great admiration for dictatorships like China. Is this government going to take a page from the original Red Book and start stifling free speech?
The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to thank my honourable colleague for his question.
Go ahead.
We understand the importance of technological changes and the culture that is in line with these technological changes, and that is why our government is committed to really look into the opportunity of...
Order. Let's settle down, folks. We want to hear the answer to that question. The Honourable Minister of... I know members are anxious to hear the answer. The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage has the floor. Will have order.
Clearly, Mr. Speaker, there's no issue with free speech in this House. Thank you. And Thank you. So, we will launch public consultation on the digital shift in order to really seize the the internet may have on users and creators in general. Thank you.
WTF.
Here, here.
All right, folks, Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. Like, share, subscribe, get notified. It does help trying to grow the channel, trying to take things more serious now that prorogation is over and we have this farce going on in our country. Aaron, Canadian Looney, like, share, subscribe. Come and join one of the live shows. We have a blast there. Anyhow, catch you next time. Thanks for watching the video, gang. Ciao.